Right, welcome to the Dirt Shed Show. I'm Neil Donoghue.
And I am Rich Payne. Welcome everybody. Neil, you're incredibly happy today. What's going on?
I'm feeling pretty lit, Rich.
Wow. Who the f is this guy? Who was that guy, Rich? Do you know what? I'm not entirely sure, but he did look remarkably like you.
It's Bobo, of course. He's a very funny guy, and he's been partying hard this week in Bentonville, I think.
You there? How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Very well. How many bikes do you own?
3.
Oh, you had to count for a minute there. I reckon you got a bit like another one, haven't you?
Not together.
All right, what is your favorite mountain bike tool?
Tool. I don't like to use tools, so I like the bike that needs the least amount of work. So, tool, I don't even know what to honestly say. Trusty Allen wrench set is all you really need most of the time.
You sound like you went to the Steve Jones School of Mechanics right there. Thank you, mate.
Little as maintenance as possible is my way, man.
Definitely Steve Jones School. Thanks, man. Excuse me, how many bikes do you own?
1, well 2.
Are you loaning the other one out?
Yes, I sold the third one, the road bike.
Good choice. And what is your favorite bike tool?
Probably a wrench.
A wrench?
Yeah.
What's a wrench?
I don't use any tools. Ask him for the tools. Ask him.
You outsource the tooling, I like
Yeah,
it.
he's the tool.
He's what?
He's the tool.
Wow, that's on camera. Thank you. Halt. I see an Oz tattoo and I want to know, how many bikes have you got?
Oh goodness, I have 5.
5? I mean, it took you some time to think about that, so you must have a lot, right?
I do. Yeah.
Okay, and what is your favorite bike tool?
Oh, I don't use tools. My husband does all that.
I think everyone we've spoken to, no one uses tools. They just outsource it to everyone else. You must have something, surely.
No.
Just your husband.
I
Your
know
husband.
nothing about bikes. He just gets them for me and I ride them.
Excellent, thank you very much. I think 3 out of 4 people have all been like, yeah, I don't know anything about tools. I just get someone else to do the work for me.
That's horrible. I'm sorry. That's so disappointing. Very anticlimactic.
Well, it's an honest answer. That's all we can ask for. Halt. Hey, buddy. How you doing?
Pretty good, how about you?
Very well, thanks. How many bikes do you own?
1.
Just one. And is it this one here?
Yeah.
What is your favorite bike tool?
I don't know. Honestly,
You must have something.
my multi-tool.
A multi-tool. Great answer. Thank you very much. Cheers. I got a question for you.
Sure.
How many bikes do you own?
4.
What kind? Hit me.
Specialized Evo, Specialized Status 160, Moots, and a rock hopper.
And favorite mountain bike tool?
Probably shock pump.
Got to get those numbers dialed in, right?
Oh, to the millimeter, to the inch pound.
Thanks very much, buddy. How many bikes do you own? And what's your favorite tool? Cool, thanks for that. How many bikes do you own?
What?
What's your favorite tool? Thanks, Annika. Insightful as always. Oh, look, it's the real one also. How many bikes do you own, Annika? Come
How
on.
many bikes do I own? Oh boy.
Oh,
God.
You can't even count that high?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I do have a few. I got 2 e-bikes right now. I have 2 dirt jump bikes. I have a dual slalom bike. I have an enduro bike. I have my Stumpy. I have my gravel bike. I have my cross country bike. I think we're getting pretty close.
You got a motocross bike as well?
Yeah, I got a dirt bike too. Yeah.
So we're up to about 10 there, aren't we?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it is. And the cool thing is, though, what I really like, because sometimes people go like, "Wow, you have so many bikes," but I ride almost all of them. Like in like 1 or 2 weeks, I'm like on my cross country bike, gravel bike, dirt bike, my enduro bike, Stumpy. So I love it. And the same time,
You're trying too hard to justify so many bikes here.
no, not really, because people often ask me too, like, what do you do when you coach? What bike do you grab? I actually grab the bike that the client is riding. Are they riding an e-bike, Turbo Levo? I need to be on a turbo lever to keep up with them, you know?
All right, excellent. But I want to know, what's your favorite mountain bike tool?
The Crank Brothers multi-tool.
Very good shout. I've caught up with Kenny Belaey, 9 times world champion and founder of Bentonville Bike Fest, right?
Yes, how are you?
I'm good, thanks, man. Thank you for having us here. Now, Kenny, tell us a little bit more about how the festival and sort of everything came about, because we got the trials track, or course, sorry, in the background here, but I want to know sort of the beginnings.
Well, over 10 years ago, I visited Bentonville because they booked me to do a trial show at one of their randomly, like just a pajama party. So I was like, what the hell is this? And then, I met the people that are now still involved with the trail system and building the trails. And they said, look, we're gonna do all this awesome stuff for mountain biking. And at first, I thought they were bluffing. But then when I came back a few years later, they said, look, we built I thought it was like 150 miles in like the last 4 years. I was like,
it's a lot.
And then I knew these guys like mean serious business. And I proposed to organize an event, the Bentonville Bike Fest, and that's what it is today. So first time, it started actually with a women event, Women's Shred in 2019, and then in 2020 I founded Bike Fest, but I had to cancel because of COVID. And then 2021 was the first edition.
And here we are now, bigger and better, always growing, right?
Yeah, growing. Not only like general admission, like totally blew my mind. My website crashed. There was a 1 kilometer queue, like they went to the street and all the way up there in the morning. And on a Friday, I was like, whoa, what happened? And bikes are a thing here, and everybody's excited. The community wants to witness it, and from traveling the world and going to all these events, I'm fortunate to know all this talent and all these riders, and the best riders in the world of basically every discipline, and just invite them, treat them well, and they put a hell on a show, and everybody wants to see that.
Nice. Well, look, thank you very much for having us here, because we've had a heck of a time, and we're looking forward to coming back next year. Yeah. Kenny Belaey, thank you very much, mate.
Thanks for coming. It means a lot to us.
Time for a quick quiz question then, people. Now, what does the dot in dot brake fluid stand for, Neil?
Don't know. What's up, everyone? Some fantastic news to begin with this week with the launch of One-Up Components' latest video, Airplane Mode, bringing with it news of $44,000 raised for trail associations. Places from Canada, US were all offered to host a premiere of the film, followed by a raffle for a full One-Up Components bike build, resulting in the $44K donation back to the associations involved. The short documentary was filmed by a good friend of mine, the legend Scott Secco, and it's all about the creation of the downhill pump track of a trail called Airplane Mode, which One-Up commissioned to be built in Squamish back in 2017. A new helmet from Bluegrass now, the Vanguard. There are new C-shaped cheek pads which have 2 adjustable positions, intended to make putting the helmet on and taking it off super easy, whilst promoting maximum airflow around the inside. There's a breakaway visor, integrated chin bar, and removable mud grille, and 24 vents across the helmet to keep you cool. The Vanguard is available in 4 colours, and the Vanguard Core, which is your more premium option with MIPS and a fidlock buckle, in 4 more, including some tidy fades. Commensal Bikes have released a feature-length documentary shot and edited by the brilliant Sleeper Co. The pilot features Amaury Pierron through the 2022 downhill season, and it's an hour and a half long, worth every minute, so grab yourself a drink, search it up on YouTube, and cast it on your TV, as it's definitely worth a watch on the big screen. Couple new products to close out now. First up, the Pivot Mac 4, with some solid updates to suspension kinematics, small changes in that DW Link layout, improving pedaling efficiency. There are 2 specs on offer, 95 to 103 mm of rear travel on the World Cup spec model, and the Team, Pro, and Ride spec models get 106 to 115 mm through that frame with the adjustable flip chip on the top shock mount. There are no compromise build options, which allow purchasers to tailor components to complement their riding style, and clearance for 2 water bottles on medium to XL frames, so this thing is XC Marathon friendly. Nukeproof have launched New Horizon Pro wheels built around the all-new hub design with a 54-tooth ratchet system using a double-butted straight pull spokes and with enduro bearings as standard. 29 and 27.5 wheels are available, hand-built, sick chrome hub color, which will definitely have you standing out over other stock builds. $229 for the front, $369 for the rear, with a 29er microspline wheel weighing in at just 988 grams. Not that heavy, that. And last but not least, one of the most iconic bikes in the world, the Rally Chopper, is back. It's as close to the original as possible, with a few necessary tweaks according to modern standards. It of course still has the one-piece handlebar and stem, one-piece saddle, and a UK-made 3-speed shifting unit. Sticking with 70s nostalgia, they're available in infrared and ultraviolet. but with a modern twist, they're retailing for £950, which to be fair is a lot less than a lot of those Mark II choppers go for these days. Just before I go, I'll leave you with news that channel t-shirts like these are for sale in the GMBN shop. Head over there, check out the range, and get yourself a fresh tee in time for summer. We really appreciate the support. Okay, with that, I'll send you over to Toff for the sickest thing of the week.
Right, this week's sickest thing has to be this super sick documentary about Amaury Pierron called The Pilot. I want to say shout outs to Sleeper Co for the film and the edit. They always do like a really good job and just make everything look so sick. It's a full-length documentary that takes a look into his fun but super focused and performance-driven personality. From his explosion onto the downhill scene and his journey through struggling and overcoming like possible career-ending injuries to then just coming out on top and just being a complete boss. And it's also good as it shows how hard these racers actually work to be like the best mental and physical athletes they can be. And just the complexity of downhill racing. So yeah, it's definitely worth checking this one out. Right, that's my sickest thing this week. Time to go back to the shed.
Thanks guys. Rich, I've got the answer to your DOT question.
Okay, hit me.
Brake fluid DOT. I'm not sure I believe this. It says Department of Transportation.
Yeah, I'm not convinced. Really?
Apparently, yeah, well, we've got Chris Zygmunt down here. Tells us that is true. Why? That sounds ridiculous. Why is that a thing?
Fact check, Neil. Fact check required. Yeah. But yes. Right, time for some hacks and bodges.
I see it.
Right, Neil, I got a banger for you. Have a look at this. Daniel from Sweden. Holy moly.
I mean, I don't need the details. It's definitely a bodge. Some screws and a bit of metal plate holding a brake lever together.
I mean, that's a bodge. That looks dangerous.
I mean,
right?
if it gets you on the trail, yeah.
But could it get you in hospital as well?
Do we like it? I mean, I'm not a massive fan. This one is, well, I've not seen anything like this. This is Jamie riding a Ibis Ritmo AF in Minneapolis.
What?
Minneapolis even. Cheap way to ease the progression of the manual while still rolling, unlike manual trailers. So with a $20 adjustable stem mounted in reverse, so the weight is right back, that's gonna work. But the problem is, if you then go to the right way round, your balance point's completely different.
Yeah. That looks like a fast track to a loop out as well to me. That thing looks absolutely insane.
But to get a feel for the front wheel coming up, it's gonna, well, let us know, Jamie, if that worked.
That's
and
a
if
bodge,
you can
surely.
manual with your stem the right way round.
Excellent hacks and bodges as always. Don't forget, if you want to send them in, the uploader is linked in the description down below, right, Neil?
The bigger the bodge, the better. That's what I say. Into the caption contest. This was the photo from last week.
Yikes.
And we've got some good ones this week, actually. Cornish cactus, of course.
Classic.
After getting stuck in an infinity loop while admiring itself in a mirror, Doddy desperately tries to reboot Donbot in time for the Dirt Shed Show.
Mark C. Oz says Doddy tries to reboot the tunes before Neil regales all with another downhill racing tale.
Did I tell you about it?
Actually, Steve Krask also says Neil got the wrong end of the stick when Doddy asked him to get lovey-dovey with him.
With Doddy. Yeah.
What are we going to pick as our winner then, Neil?
Well, who's the second one? We can't do Cornish Cactus, I'm afraid,
Mark C. Oz.
Mark C. Oz, you win yourself a GMBN jersey. It's coming your way.
Here is this week's caption contest photo. Captions in the comments down below. More creative the better, right, Neil?
That's it.
Right, time for some things that we liked this week. Now, for me, I joined Annika Bitten here in Bentonville on one of her women's ride-outs, and it was well cool to see such a thriving scene. So video coming up on that one soon. Neil?
Well, I went for a ride with Jeremy McGee, which I liked a lot until the end. Into the bike vault, Rich, and we're starting off with, it's a modern classic, I'd say. It's a We the People Avenger, which is a clunker style bike. This is Gordon's in Hampshire. It's custom built on a TIG welded steel frame set. 4-pot brakes, completely impractical, but looks the balls.
It does look good. I like that. It's a real like old school, new school reimagination, right?
I really like, that's super nice.
Super nice.
I'd ride that around town for sure.
All right, next up we got Matt and his Scott Spark 930. This is one of the new ones with the hidden shot from Conant Chase. Testing the new ride on his local trails. I like these. Is that a tan? There's tan walls. I like it.
It looks like a big bike.
It does. Super nice.
Go for it.
Super nice as well.
Oh, dog. You are a dog. First dog I've seen in a while. This is Branco's Pivot shuttle. We'll let it off. We don't have that many e-bikes in the bike vault. We've got a dog, so that counterbalances.
It is non-drive side though, Neil, and I'm a stickler for those non-drive side photos.
Branko says, ride with friends a lot. New bike is extra fun.
What are we giving that one, buddy?
Well, I like the blue, so I'm saying super nice.
I do like the dog. So it's also a super nice for me as well.
Oh, look at that. Santa Cruz Nomad 6.
From Adam on his decking. Makes sense.
Got this bike in November. Suspension brakes, dropper, post upgrades. What's the shock? Is that an EXT?
I want to say it's an EXT, yeah.
It's a good looking bike.
Yeah.
It's got to be a super nice.
That's a super nice, definitely. Next, wow. Henry, you madman, sending in your ProFlex 756 from Utah. Look at that, Neil. That's some old school gold right there.
Well, I dreamed of riding Henrik Djurnis's 955, was it? And then I rode one of these bikes and it was... Henrik Djurnis, I think I say that. Dutch cross-country star from when I was a youth. Super nice.
Yeah, very nice. Look, that's it from the Bike Vault. Don't forget, send your bikes in to the uploader, linked down below for your chance to get a nice or potentially a super nice, right?
Rich, your computer has died of
It's
death.
absolutely fried in the sun. Neil, you're right. I've had to get rid of the computer because it nearly melted.
Yes, it's been very sunny here in Bentonville. We've loved the time. We've done some amazing riding. But tomorrow we're heading home, back to the UK, back to some
sunshine.
Some British weather, I think. But thanks for watching the show. Leave your comments down below.
See ya.